It's going down. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Report: 90% of nations planning central bank digital currency. So you see the title right there, and we know why they're doing this, because they're bringing in the MOTB system. Okay, they're bringing in the RFID system, which is going to issue in the digital currency, where everybody's money will be moved to such a thing. Okay, and a matter of fact, just real quick, because these central banks moving towards 90% of the 90% of the nations that are moving towards a central bank digital system is all geared towards the charagma. Now, just real quick, so you people can know what we mean by charagma. Okay, this is what we mean by charagma. Okay, so here it says it seems programs of government issued digital money have been gaining momentum all around the world since at least 2020, and apparently now they exist in over half the country, in over half the countries on the planet. The newest of these, Brazil and Namibia, announced their plans only last month, with all globalist agendas. The push for CBDCs, the central banking digital currency system, is always part of the current thing. And the globalists is really talking about the so-called elites, because they are the true globalists that is behind this whole charagma system. Okay, they're the ones behind this charagma system, and they're the ones who is pushing these countries towards a MOTB system, because they want to bring in the MOTB, the charagma. Man, I should have went to the Blue Letter Bible, to be honest. You see, and you people who want to come on channels scoffing and laughing and you thinking everything is a game, keep thinking everything is a game, because hell's about to break loose in America. And if you're not prepared spiritually, you're through out here. Revelation 13 verse 16. And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? Excuse me. And without that charagma, that no man might buy or sell. So if you don't have the charagma, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. Okay? And that's the key point there. And that is why the so-called elites are working hard to systematically crash the dollar, because they want to do away with cash. They don't want people using cash anymore to make purchases on merchandise. They want you to use digital currencies to make purchases. And truth be told, they've been moving forward with that agenda when credit cards first came out. When credit cards first came out, people seen it as a very convenient way, a very convenient way to make purchases. How? Because with just a simple swipe, boom, you're done. And that was just with a simple swipe. Okay? When credit cards first came out, people seen it as a very quick and a very convenient way to make purchases. And all it takes is a single swipe and you're done. And through that method, department stores, which would suffer from long lines of people, department stores, grocery stores, which would suffer from long lines of people, even fast food restaurants, which would suffer from long lines of people. The long lines will go by quickly when all people will have to do was just swipe, versus someone who will go in a wallet. They will have to take the cash out of their wallets, and then they will have to take the time to count the amount of cash that was needed to pay for the purchases. And then afterwards, the person on the cashier will have to type in a certain code to open the cash register. I mean, it's not like that nowadays with certain cash registers, but back in the early 2000s, like the year 2000, 2001, even in the late 1900s, like 1998, 1999, the year 2003, 2004, where you had to type in certain codes in order to open the cash register. And then afterwards, you would have to, look at the cash register, see how much change was needed. You would take the change out of the cash register. You would count the change, make sure it was enough, and then you would give the change back to the customer. So we see how long that would take in a long line, right? But with a credit card, it takes one swipe, boom, you're done. So when credit cards first came out, people seen credit cards as a very quick and a convenient way to make purchases and to take care of long lines. But little did the people know, their minds was mentally being conditioned to accepting digital payments. And now look how far this mental manipulation has gotten to people. Now they're talking about moving all digital currencies to electronic payments, rather if it's by credit cards, rather if it's by debit cards, rather if it's by prepaid cards, rather if it's by a card that your job used to pay you with. But soon, it's not going to be cards anymore, you see? Okay? The charagma is already the main talks in the news. The charagma is already the main talks in the news. So Revelation 13 verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Which every charagma is going to have a universal product code in it, which is going to be 666. just like how you see on the back of your barcode. Next verse or next chapter. Anyways, now for those who have the charagma, you must know there's a punishment for taking it. Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which that wine of the wrath of the Heavenly Father and the Son is the nuclear destruction, which is going to take place during World War III, because there's going to be a nuclear war, and anybody who have the charagma is going to be destroyed in that nuclear war, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. With that, I'm going to say, Shalom is on to the next one.